Battle Royale.
Oh
Why?
god.
Why does everything have to have Battle Royale, guys? Like, seriously.
Because it's popular,
But aside from being
and because it's
popular,
popular,
besides being popular, like, what is?
because it makes a lot of money, because
Yeah,
it's stupid.
I gotta agree. Like the microtransactions.
Look at fucking Fortnite.
Exactly. Like,
Look at how much money Fortnite makes, and it's like all cosmetics and shit.
okay, Google, how much has Fortnite made in the last month?
These came back from a search.
$300 million. Jesus Christ. That's really fucking ridiculous, people. And now I see why games like Call of Duty, even the rumored fucking Battle Royale mode and fucking Red Dead Redemption are a thing.
What?
That's a rumor that's been going around for the longest time since Red Dead
Okay,
Redemption
no,
2.
games I can imagine having a battle royale mode, Grand Theft Auto,
Right?
as an actual like game mode in it, because it's like it's an online multiplayer match thing. They do something like that. The
Exactly.
goddamn entire game is basically battle
Battle
royale,
Royale
anyways.
too. It's just been under different names. It would be War from Battlefield, or even if you talk Halo. Halo had a Battle Royale. It was called.
Like, I'd also be okay with Battlefield fucking 5 having a battle royale mode, because have you seen how many players are in a match? It's nothing different.
I mean, you can even go back to like MAG.
I don't imagine them doing like the one verse everyone mode. I imagine them doing stuff like fucking 50v50 and shit.
But look back at MAG. Really, that was like the first real incarnation of like battle royale in a sense. Like you had those massive 256 player matches, and you see how well that fucking worked on the PS3 servers. But you can consider that like one of the first real battle royale style games. You had massive teams of people fucking fighting it out. And then you see, a decline in that franchise to like, what was it? That fucking the game that just got a fucking PS4 up release. That kind of shit. Like Arma, you see fucking shit like PUBG. You see Fortnite.
Arma, HV,
H1Z1. H1Z1 was the one I was thinking of.
H1Z1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you see shit like that. You see Fortnite. You see fucking the game you see in the background called Rapture Royale. It's a shitpost of fucking battle royale, but it's Cyanide and Happiness. You see my character there. The one that's getting slaughtered every match. You see it. It has a boob and a dong meter. My God, if that isn't a fucking shitpost in itself, but it's a really fun game, but battle royale is a genre that's sadly here to stay as long as people buy into the microtransactions. That's something we talked about in the video you can see linked here in this card. It's one of those things that it's a good and a bad for the industry. You see the good in the fact that see sustained life in the fucking franchise, the game itself. Games like Rainbow Six Siege seeing years 3, Grand Theft Auto 5 seeing what like year 5 at this
Fuck
point.
my life if they ever decide to make a battle royale mode for Rainbow Six Siege. Oh god, I kill myself.
But I mean, it's something you see a lot of these games adopting that model because they see the popularity of it. They're like, oh shit, we need to capitalize on this. Chris, you want to
That's
take it
it.
away for a minute?
Like, I can trust a few games. I can trust a few companies to make good battle royale based games. Like I can trust Call of Duty to at least do something decent with it, since they already stated that a lot of it's just gonna be really expanded old maps from previous games. Like fuck, I can only imagine how cool it would be to basically go through like whole story section maps for a battle royale mode. I'm disappointed that they're doing it, but I can trust all the fucking companies that work on Call of Duty to at least make a decent mode. Battlefield, I trust them to do anything with huge numbers of players. Fucking look at how ridiculously large and crazy Battlefield 1 is. They literally could have implemented Battle Royale mode into that to begin with. I like PUBG. I played some Fortnite. It's fun in short bursts, but I don't really like it too much because there's a lot of issues with it that they're finally starting to address. But besides that, like, it's not the worst fucking thing. It's just too popular for its own good right now. And at some point, it may die off, it may not. Who knows? Maybe it's going to start replacing Team Deathmatch instead of fucking team-based playing stuff. I hope it doesn't, because TDM's the greatest game mode of all time.
Okay. So here's my underlying issue with Battle Royale. You've seen it jump the shark so many times. You've seen a game like the one in the background, Rapture Royale. You see games, like I actually have to pull up the title of it because I put it in the chat. You see games like, ooh, God, it's up there. Forgot how many messages were sent in this chat. Here we go. Totally Accurate Battlegrounds. You see...
I've seen gameplay for that one, okay? It deserves to exist.
It deserves to exist. I'm not denying that it deserves to exist. Every game deserves to exist in the fucking history of gaming. But there's a place for everything, even E.T. It's a reminder of why we have the quality seal from Nintendo. Because Atari decided to, let everything that exists on its platform. That's why Atari went under as a manufacturer for consoles, because everything, as much garbage as E.T. was as a game, it serves its purpose in history. That's why we had, like I said, we have the seal of approval from Nintendo, because they had to, filter what came through their platform. We saw it kind of die out in the Wii era, as we kind of addressed in the previous episodes, but every game deserves its place in fucking history. But when we see games
like I said, like with games like Super Accurate Battlegrounds and stuff, even the joke games can be more fun than actual games.
Oh, exactly. Like, see, I have this feeling that the Battle Royale genre itself exists for people like us, content creators. It has this purpose for, like, streamers like Ninja. You see streamers like,
love Ninja.
I have a mixed feeling about Ninja, but that's me.
Well, I mean, I love the way he does his shit in his videos. I'm not sure about any personal shit he does.
See, that's where I kind of, have differences with him. Content-wise, the guy's fucking genius. He's capitalized on his, 15 minutes of fame, being part of the press, like one of the most successful streamers of all time. He's capitalized on that. Personally, he's kind of in that middle ground for me. Like, he has his own, way of doing things in life, and that doesn't mesh with how I do things, but he's his own person. He can do whatever the hell he wants to do, It's his right as an American citizen, or whatever nationality he really is. But that's neither here nor there for this fucking video. People like him, the streamers, they've capitalized on this Battle Royale franchise, this genre, this fucking, platform of existence for streamers to do pretty much everything, create, videos, create, quality streams. They've done everything from, like, making... I've seen, I think it was Shroud that hosted a dude that was playing, a game because, he garnered some fame from being not only an esports guy, but, capitalizing on Battle Royale and getting more subs and more subs and more subs. And, he was hosting this guy that had, like, no viewers, and the guy's just sitting there stoically, like, playing the fucking game, talking to his chat, like, no reaction whatsoever. Just sitting there, playing the game, focusing on what he's doing. I gotta give this guy credit. I don't even know his fucking handle, because it was just an article saying the Shroud hosted this guy with no subs, no fucking anything. Just this nobody on the platform, and he instantly garnered fame because of a popular Battle Royale streamer, a popular content creator hosting him.
Yeah, like, stuff like that needs to happen more often. More underappreciated channels and stuff need to get noticed.
Exactly, and I gotta say that the Battle Royale genre is the perfect place for that to happen. And as much as I dislike Battle Royale, you know, as a
You gotta
genre,
appreciate what it's done.
exactly.
I don't hate it. I don't hate Battle Royale mode. I think it's fun. I just think that I prefer certain types to others. The reason why I like fucking
There's a reason why I like PUBG over fucking.
like the reason why I like PUBG so much is because it reminds me of Arma.
Exactly, and the reason
It's
I.
like military simulator. And, you know, Arma's the greatest military simulator of all time, being so in depth as to make your computer crash and die instantly.
Mm-hmm.
But no, like Arma 2, you could do so much stuff in Arma 2. Like, it was ridiculous. And then Arma 3 brought in even more depth. And I'm pretty sure Arma would do a Battle Royale mode, or, you know, that would just fucking exist anyways.
Exactly. Like, see, that's the weird grounds for fucking Battle Royale. Like, you don't know where it's going to really go. You don't know where it's going to jump the shark next. We saw games like Radical Heights that lasted all of a few weeks because Cliffy B needed to, you know, kind of pull in from that fucking the failure that was Lawbreakers because, sadly, he released alongside, you know, I think it was Battleborn and Overwatch. He was completely overshadowed in the market. And unfortunately, you know, as hype as Lawbreakers was, it was kind of broken on release, kind of like the new Quake game was. And just like the new Quake, it kind of saw this, you know, fucking this failure. So Cliffy B's like, wait, what's popular?
Okay, the new Quake multiplayer game isn't a failure, though. I keep seeing a lot of videos uploaded about it.
Oh yeah, I mean but combat-wise, it's a failure.
It's not failure as far as combat. The only reason why certain people don't like it is because it's just like Doom 2016 multiplayer.
See,
it's an odd niche. Quake-type games are an odd niche for certain people. They can play Doom, they can play fucking Wolfenstein, they can play a bunch of other games like that, but when it comes to multiplayer, where everybody's going a mile a minute...
See, my issue is a lot of the guns were broken on launch, and that's why I, you know, went through the Steam refund process, because it's one thing to release a broken game on launch. It's another thing to do what the Quake devs did and just, you know, not bother to even address patches until months later down the road. That was my issue with it. But, like, as I was saying with, like, Radical Heights, it was a game that was out for all, like, a few weeks, and then it's just like, oh, we're shutting down, you know, because Boss Key itself folded. So it's unfortunate, you know, this genre will take casualties, you know, even though those casualties were kind of starting to happen earlier down the line. Like, Boss Key was already seeing financial failure because of Lawbreakers, how much they sunk into it. You know, and then you see shit like, you know, Fortnite seeing immeasurable success, like, because it's meshing two very, very popular genres of, like, the crafting aspect of games, plus you're seeing the Battle Royale mode, and that's capitalizing on both, you know, the Minecraft and the Battle Royale. It's got that perfect mesh of shit that people love, and then, unfortunately, you know, it's overshadowing, you know, PUBG, it's overshadowing, you know, other Battle Royale games to the point where you're seeing a lot of stuff fold from the fucking genre. You're seeing H1Z1 drop in the ranks, one of the, if not the grandfather of Battle Royale, you know, start to fold in the Twitch views, start to fold in, you know, the fucking popularity, because, you know, that's at this point where, like, there's not a whole lot of content coming out for it aside from coming onto consoles. And then you see PUBG, arguably a colossal failure on the fucking console itself.
I am sorry, my computer decided to stealth update on me and made it restart.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, so whatever you were talking literally got dropped in.
So I'm just talking about, like, the failure that was PUBG on console. Ooh, that echo, though.
Failure on console. It's fun on console. I had fun with it. Like I can get to the final 10 every time.
But I mean, graphically,
like whenever I die in PUBG, I feel like I get outskilled. Fucking Fortnite, I feel like some jackass just built around me and panicked.
See, that's the other point. Like, Fortnite is like this wonderful, you know, amalgamation of bullshit. You know, you see.
It is, and they finally decided to address on it.
Oh yeah, and see, PUBG starting
They
to
realize
address-
that the only thing people do is use shotguns and fucking build, and that's it. They never do anything else.
or sniper rifles and build. But that's neither here nor there. Like you see,
and even then, sniper rifles aren't exactly powerful enough half the time.
oh no,
Like, you can be a good shot with a sniper, but they're the only gun in the game that has drop-off.
and that's the other thing. Like you see, there's skill with like the sniper rifle. You see that there's skill with like certain other guns, but you also
There's
see,
the sniper rifle, but if somebody has a scoped assault, they win.
Mhm.
They have more range. They have infinite range.
And see that's the issue. Like you don't see that being addressed by Fortnite. You don't see that addressed by even PUBG either. See, my issue with PUBG on console and is the fact that we have this graphical drop off. Like it's under 30 frames per second, even on the Xbox One X. You see this. Even though it's promised to be 60 FPS, 4K resolution bullshit, it's not. It's really not.
It's difficult to make some games live up to standard. Like, for example, if they put Arma on console, I could not imagine how bad it would run.
Oh, no, and I'm not faulting them for that, but I mean, you market something as, this. You can't, expect to not receive criticism. And that was where they had this wonderful marketing, we are Xbox One X optimized. We're going to be running 60 frames per second. We're going to be running at 4K, and we're going to do everything that's possible to do keep up to date with the PC release. And they didn't. And that's the failed expectations of the console port. And they're realizing, oh shit.
Well, that's another thing. Console ports are always extremely difficult to do.
Oh yeah, that's why
the game's put out on PC. For example, Subnautica. Subnautica's already supposed to be out.
Mm-hmm. And it's not.
Only on console, except it's not. It's not because it's that difficult to port to console.
And that's why when the E3 rumor list, said that there was going to be a WoW port, I'm like, I hope Blizzard's not this fucking moronic. Like, my God, I cannot picture how poorly WoW would run on fucking console. Because we've already seen...
I wouldn't even play WoW on console.
I
would not play WoW on console unless the damn shit allowed me to play that game for free.
We've already seen how poorly...
I'm already paying for Xbox Live. I'm not paying to play that game monthly.
Exactly. Like, we've already seen how poor... Even Neverwinter, for example. Neverwinter's console port is fucking... It's laggy. It's not up to snuff. It's, this wonderful, mess of shit that they've constantly tried to...
It is one of the better MMOs, though. All the other MMOs, I don't have fun with them.
Oh, no. Not at all. I have absolute fun with fucking... The fucking Neverwinter port, because I never played it on PC until I actually learned about it on the fucking console. And then
other MMOs and stuff on console are really, really bad. Like, Terra's okay. It's just that it's boring as fuck.
Oh yeah, and Terra's always been boring. It's a massive...
Terra's been boring as fuck. Skyforge doesn't feel right. I cannot properly explain why I don't like Skyforge. It just doesn't feel right.
Well, for one, you can come into 0 frame rooms.
We'll have to, but no, the one game I'm looking forward to coming on to Xbox and console is Black Desert Online.
See, that would be one of those ones that I actually care about MMOs for, because I've seen a lot.
I've seen gameplay for it and stuff. It looks fucking great. I love the gameplay for it. However, most of the hype for that game is towards character customization. The one thing that pisses everyone off is gender lock classes.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay.
I can understand in some cases, like say a dancer or something. But
I was just going to say that.
Straight up, the only archer class is a fucking female class only.
See, I could see if it was like a dancer. Okay, that would be more logical for a female character. Scream sexist if you want. Um, but like a barbarian would be more male than female, stuff like
But
that.
no, like Terra, another reason why I hate it is again because of gender and race locked classes. They're not just gender locked; they're race locked.
And say if they're
If you want to be a brawler, if you want to be a brawler in fucking Terra, you know what you have to be? A human female, nothing else.
that's okay. It's different. It's one of those things that
It's just weird. I don't understand why they have to lock classes out like that.
I'm
That's
going.
one gripe I've always had with MMOs. I can understand if a class has to be race locked due to lore reasons, but when you lock them via gender and race, it's retarded.
Oh yeah, and see that's one of those things that I'm like I can see one or the other. Like gender locked, I can see like the dancer class or the barbarian class. Race locked, I can see like if it's a lore reason, or if it's like say this character's race is super.
This character's race has the highest aptitude of magic and shit, and therefore has access to the most powerful magic class.
Or this character's race can see in the fucking dark.
Exactly, stuff like that.
And that I could see. That's an aspect of gaming, but shit like locking them both is just fucking retarded, as you said.
It is really stupid. But not only that, another game I want to come out to console that's an MMO that everybody loves is Vindictus.
I've seen nothing but fucking good shit about Vindictus. I know
Vindictus is really fun. I could not play it because my computer didn't run it well at all. Like I could, but it didn't run it well. It's really fun. Like there's a lot of depth in the combat. There's like combos and shit. There's so much fucking stuff you can do.
I've seen some of. I know Justin played it for a bit, and I've seen some of his fucking footage because he sent it to me. I'm like, this game looks fucking phenomenal, but it's very, very, very bizarre, and it's kind of like this mixture between like a Skyrim-esque style combat and Monster Hunter style combat that I've seen bits and pieces of, and it's like one of those things I'm like, I'd love to see this come to console, but I almost would fear if it got ported, and that really ties in.
Yeah.
It really ties into like this whole fucking overarching thing of like.
Not only that, all of the other MMOs that are supposed to be really good, like LX and shit,
Don't even get me started on
are
that.
paywalled by like $60.
Don't even get me started on that fucking game. Ooh,
Is it bad?
it's a fucking mess.
It's not as bad as the new Defiance that just came out.
Well, I mean, Defiance has always been a fucking mess because of how they handle combat.
I mean, Defiance, when it came out originally, like the first Defiance game, it got overshadowed really, really bad for even daring to come out near the same time as Destiny.
Oh yeah, and well, I mean, it was right around the time that Destiny was announced. They're like, well, this game's gonna fucking overshadow it, and it's just gonna fucking destroy it. And I'm like, not really, because it's tying into a TV show, and I fucking love Defiance as a franchise. And it's one of those things that I'm like, I was really, really.
And from what I heard, I almost picked up a copy of the game for Xbox 360, and I heard like one of the people that was working there was like, I like this game more than Destiny. Actually, it's actually a lot more fun.
Oh yeah,
Playing through it and stuff. But it's the thing of when my roommate Pee-wee, he picked up the game, he played it for a few hours, and he couldn't get out of the tutorial because he encountered a horrible game-breaking bug.
Oh,
That
yeah.
one locked him in place because he could not access the cutscene for the tutorial, and two, he was supposed to get a minigun out of a chest, and it never gave him the damn thing, so he had to kill 75 enemies in a huge-ass horde with only a starting pistol and shotgun.
Oh yeah. See, it was that Tryon, the original developer, is not known for being really good at doing shit.
They had to make a hotfix and stuff for it, and he had to restart his character. But
Oh yeah.
still, like with that, even then, he said like even after all that, I tried to enjoy the game more, but it just got real boring real quick.
See, when did he pick it up actually?
I believe yesterday to 2 days ago.
See, that's the issue. Like, a lot of the real fun of the game was when it tied in to the fucking TV show. And that sadly no longer exists because Sci-Fi's like, well, the budget for this doesn't meet the rating, so we're going to cancel it. Something that Sci-Fi really does a lot, really. And look at Moonlight, look at, a lot of the other shows, like the one that they just recently canceled. I forget the fucking name of it. But it's fucking ridiculous. And I applaud, the company for trying to bring it back, but they're not going to capitalize on the success of this multimedia.
Yeah, they're not going to capitalize on the success of the TV show as well.
They're not going to capitalize on not only the TV show, but it being a multimedia branching fucking phenomenon that it was supposed to be. And, slowly and slowly you saw it trickle off into this, less and less entwined universe, and the Colburn daggers that we saw, didn't have as much power near the end of the fucking game because, you saw them get nerfed in the fucking TV series. And you saw, well, my class fucking kind of fucking existed around those fucking things. So I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm screwed.
Yeah, to me, the game just looks like seeing Defiance gameplay.
Yeah.
Literally just makes me think of, Division with aliens.
It is. And see, I'm okay with...
I'm okay with that. However, just watching the gameplay and stuff makes me just want to go play Division, especially since the damn game looks like it was made in 2010 from BioWare.
I mean, you're not wrong. Okay, Google. When was Defiance announced?
According to Wikipedia, on March 1st, 2016, Tryon announced the Dark Knight.
Well, yeah, that's the expansion. April 2nd, 2013 is when it was released. But yeah, it fucking...
No, the new one that just came out, I think it's Defiance 2050 or some shit.
Yeah. But I'm just talking...
But no, that one first came out and it looks just like a fucking 2010 BioWare game.
It's
kind of disappointing.
See, the original, or the sequel, I guess, in 2050, it was revealed in December 2017. But yeah, it's and a larger scale action built to take advantage of newer systems' power. Will be free to play at launch. Obviously, I'm assuming there's microtransactions because there wasn't the original.
There is. But it's all cosmetics, maybe getting mods for your gear and stuff.
And Defiance, the original one, was in development since August of 2008. And it started as that collaborative effort between Tryon, the studios, and Sci-Fi. So this game was originally revealed or started in 2008. So that explains a whole hell of a lot of why it looks like dog shit. Because it didn't upscale.
Well, yeah, the first one. I never played the first one. The second one, though...
Well, I mean, it's just a port, essentially.
It's literally just a port?
It's literally just a port with, a little bit of upscaling.
Okay. Don't change the name of a game and make it seem like it's a sequel if it's just going to be a port.
See, what it is...
Call it fucking remaster. Call it fucking the port or some shit. Call it fucking Xbox or PS4 edition.
See, what they're going to probably do is because of the year the final expansion actually took place in was essentially 2049, if I'm not mistaken. This one will probably have a 2050 event. That's an expansion. So
maybe, I guess. But seriously, that's just kind of shitty on their part. I legit thought it was a sequel. I'm like, oh, hey, that should be good.
No, I played the first mission. I'm like, wait. I already played this shit, motherfucker.
But yeah, not only that, one thing I will say is that if you're going to try and be an MMO on console, be like fucking Warframe.
Exactly. So, Warframe.
Warframe's a damn titan of free-to-play MMOs, and some people have gripes, but that's only people that are the absolute endest game.
Yeah.
Not only that, people are like, oh, it's a grind fest. Yeah, sure, it's a grind fest. However,
welcome to MMOs.
Welcome to MMOs. No, Warframe's a good game because of the fact that you can literally get all of those items that are so premium. It's like, oh, hey, here's an $80 bundle. I can go grind for about a day to get all the pieces of that.
Exactly.
And sure, it takes like a week to build a frame, but you aren't paying $80 to get that frame. It's literally just pay to win a little bit faster.
Oh yeah. And
You can see a free-to-play do better than somebody that bought all the frames.
I mean, I'm free to play technically in Warframe, and I still, I'm pretty high up in.
I bought 2 frames. I bought Banshee Prime and Hydroid Prime.
I bought
And I plan
none.
on buying Warcon Prime when it comes out.
I bought none. I've grinded for everything I have.
Yeah, when it comes to Warframe, though, like that's a perfect example of an MMO. It's constantly fucking worked on. It's constantly being built upon. They actively listen to their fans. They come out with updates. They finally reach their stretch goals.
And judging by 10
And they're doing even more shit. They're releasing another huge expansion.
And that's what's really impressive. And that's, I don't know, tying back into Battle Royale. I don't know if you follow PUBG on like Steam or anything. They have this map battle pass essentially. That's kind of pulling like a Dota 2 essentially. But stuff like that, I could see everything from PUBG on console to Warframe doing shit like that.
I could perfectly see Warframe doing stuff like that. They already have a form of PvP called Conclave.
And that's something.
Not only that, they also have Lunaro, which is, Tenno soccer.
Right.
And nobody plays Lunaro. Like, it's a nice concept. It's a nice concept. It's just that nobody plays it.
Exactly. Like, there's so much, we can talk about on this genre, and we've been rambling for over a half an hour now. But it's one of these things that, like, we see the success of both, the fucking MMO aspect, and we see a lot of the success of, like, the fucking Battle Royale aspect. And sadly, you look at shit like Fortnite, you see it making $300 million a month, essentially. You see fucking shit like Warframe, where you have that balance between, the free and the fucking premium player, essentially. Where you see...
Exactly.
That's...
And not only that, like, you don't even need to do anything in that game. If you fucking work the trade chat, you can literally get all the platinum you would ever need to do anything.
Exactly. And that's how you successfully handle it. Then you see games like PUBG on the console, stumbling to make ends meet because of how poorly optimized their port is. But that's a common...
Well, not only that, with PUBG, I prefer PUBG system to Fortnite. Fortnite, you have to buy V-Bucks.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you get them if you win.
And, as nice as it is to get that victory...
I think you get V-Bucks if you win a match. I'm not sure. I haven't won one at all yet. But PUBG, you get points in that for how well you do. Like, if you got kills, what your place was, and you'll be able to buy a chest within, like, 10 games.
Exactly. So, like, that's one thing I give PUBG over Fortnite is, like, their system for, their currency is a lot better than the Fortnite's because of how fucking they balance shit.
Fortnite is such a fucking pain in the ass because it's fun to play. However, its way of giving you cosmetics and stuff is such a shitty fucking tactic.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, here you go. You got to buy the battle pass in order to be able to get any of the cool shit.
Oh.
You have to go level up through all the tiers to get the cool shit.
And then wait. You gotta do that within the season.
You got to do that within the season. Meanwhile, PUBG just literally allows any of the clothes to be randomly grabbed from the fucking loot boxes that they have.
Got that already? Oh, don't worry, you can break it down.
Like, no fucking joke though. I fucking hate it when games try and sit there and do tiers and stuff. Like, it makes sense if it's completely free to play.
Oh yeah, but
and if you got like the battle pass, say like you got weekly rewards, Not like I have to keep grinding on this game forever to get anything good.
Exactly. You know, and
It
that
should be like what the premium pass was for fucking Battlefield. Like where if you bought the premium pass for that, any content that comes out, you get to do it early.
Mm-hmm.
And you fucking also get weekly loot crates and stuff for it.
Oh, and don't
Granted,
forget.
now that's ended for premium pass for Battlefield because Battlefield 5 has been announced.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. Like, don't forget they nixed that. So who knows how EA is going to handle it for fucking Battlefield 5? They said
They should handle it the same.
But I mean, they said they're not going to do, you know, the premium pass. They're not going to do the fucking map pack. So I'm curious how they're going to handle like.
Oh, they're not? Okay, so are they going to have a season pass at least?
That's the $1 million question. They haven't announced any of that. So like, even at like.
I mean, hell, they made a lot of money from Battlefield 1. They made a lot of money.
Oh, they made a lot for me. I'm not even going to say how much they made for me.
I mean, I bought the premium pass, and I believe I bought the.
I bought the deluxe edition for PS4, and I bought.
I got bought like the hero weapon thing.
Yep.
Where you got all the stuff for pre-ordering.
Yep. They got a premium pass purchase from me on Xbox One. They got so many loot crates from me.
I didn't buy any loot crates from them, mostly because I get the premium pack loot crates, and then I get cool shit from that. And I don't care about weapon skins. You know what I care about? Getting goddamn puzzle pieces.
That was my main reason why I bought fucking shit. Because I was trying.
Like, sure, I keep legendary looks for weapons that I like using, and I like to have at least a skin for weapons that I do use.
Exactly.
But if it's like a white or a blue, I usually just trade it in. And if it's like a legendary skin that I don't like, it's like, get the fuck out.
Be gone, thought.
Exactly. Like, the puzzle piece weapons are so good in Battlefield. Like, they're the only things I can say are broken. It's because they're guaranteed one-shots.
Exactly, and that's what I kept trying to grind for. And, you know, just like I hate myself.
I mean, it doesn't stop me from just stabbing people in the back in the game, because that's easy as hell.
Yeah, right? That's why I hate myself.
Or, you know, you just
Overwatch.
find stupid snipers and just beat them in the head with a shovel.
Like that one meme that Red made.
Yeah. Like, no joke, two of my favorite clips I've done from Battlefield of all time were clubbing and then Wham Bam Body Slam, which was, you know, having a double barrel shotgun, shooting two of them, and then shoveling the last one.
Right? Like, it's so convenient. But, like, fucking... I hate myself for my Overwatch obsession for skins and shit. So, like, that Blizzard's made an
I did it too. I probably spent about $200 on Overwatch, but at the time I didn't really have anything else I needed to pay for.
Yeah, I plead the fifth on how much I've paid for fucking shit on Overwatch.
Not only that, I also paid for loot boxes and stuff to let my friends get some stuff.
Right.
I let my friends borrow my card so they could get like $20 worth of loot crates on Overwatch, and, you know, I fucking let them because it was like Christmas or their birthdays and stuff. So, you know what? Yeah, go ahead.
Looks at bank statement. Yeah, I plead the fifth.
I have a silenced gun? What the fuck?
But, like, the fact that we're trying to get at here and tying this video together is, like, there's a whole lot, you know, that the Battle Royales jumped the shark. There's a whole lot that, you know, MMOs jumped the shark. There's a whole lot that, you know, fucking, you know, these ports are poorly optimized. So, I'm curious what your thoughts are on where all these genres places are on fucking consoles and the future will be. Like,
I'm not sure where they're going to go, to be honest. What I am sure of is that they will either make or break the market, and I hope that they don't completely stop progress on everything.
Do you really?
I really hope they don't.
Do you really think that the Battle Royale is here to stay? Do you think it's, you know, this generation's, you know, big thing? Like, you know,
I'd love to believe it's just a fad. But it's not.
See, that's my that's my major concern. Like, you see everything incorporating Battle Royale now, and it's one of those things that, like, I'm I'm upset that it's a thing. But I'm also okay that it's a thing because this is a perfect balance between the microtransactions that everybody's like, oh no, money, big no no. You can't ask us for more money, developers.
Microtransactions are not the worst thing. It's just when they make or break the game.
Exactly, and like we said at the beginning, the card was there for the microtransaction episode of the pilot, and I see that being the big ward essentially, like there's microtransactions, I can't buy this game, I can't with a clear conscience to support this developer. A lot of people don't realize that microtransactions are what really help extend the life of a game. That's why Fortnite, when it was originally announced, it was this tower defense style game where you're fending off hordes of zombies essentially. That didn't catch on, so we're like, well, shit. Battle Royale? Okay. And then that caught on massively, and Epic saw that it was outperforming Paragon, and they're like, well, we can free up server space by nixing Paragon. Okay, now we can support more players. We got cross-platform play, but Sony won't play fair. And then we saw all the backlash from that, and then poof. A lot of people are shitting on Sony now because of that they're not participating in cross-platform play, and then on anything essentially. And the Battle Royale is one of those things that help bridge that gap between consoles and PC essentially. When you think about it, it's one of those that now Nintendo players can play with Xbox players and PC players because of games like Fortnite and even Minecraft, the Better Together mod. You see the fucking Rocket League becoming cross platform, and that essentially that was opened up because of games like fucking Fortnite. It's weird to give credit to something that's been seen as the next big fad, but think of what opportunities this genre's technically opened up.
I can see a lot of stuff that Battle Royale can do, but I'm also technically really afraid of what it might do.
Oh yeah, I could see it becoming, the core gameplay for a lot of shit. We saw a campaign get axed from Call of Duty for the first time in its existence.
Like, no joke, I don't know why they get rid of the campaign. There's no reason to. It's been their bread. Well, I mean, multiplayer's been their bread and butter, but Call of Duty's always been known for absolutely stellar campaigns.
Oh yeah, like
fucking Battlefield, which is only known for its multiplayer. Like, sure, it has good campaigns, but it's always been multiplayer focused.
Oh yeah, I mean, until Battlefield 3, there was no fucking campaign essentially in Battlefield.
There was in Battlefield 2. Bad Company. It's just that nobody cared.
Well, I'm not counting Bad Company. I'm counting the core Battlefield games like Battlefield 1, Battlefield 2. 1942, shit like that. Bad Company, was one that, actually did have a campaign, but it was considered a spin-off. But, like, the core Battlefield didn't see a campaign until 3. And it's one of those that you don't really look at to see, beyond the multiplayer. You don't look at it to like, oh, right, that had a campaign, because nobody remembers Blackburn. They remember, from Battlefield 4, the split campaign decision. Do you save this person or this person? On Battlefield 1, the war stories, Battlefield 5, return to the war stories as well. You see all that, like, that didn't exist until recently. Aside from those side games like Bad Company, where you're collecting gold bars and, shooting the shit.
Exactly.
But with Call of Duty, you saw an entire campaign that has existed since its first
campaigns that span generations. Like, fuck, you've dealt with Reznov since fucking World of War.
Right, you dealt with fucking some of these characters since the beginning of the franchise, essentially.
Like, fuck, even some of them are referenced in Infinite Warfare due to how old they are.
Exactly, like, let me actually pull it up here, because I actually had this on my phone for the longest time. So Captain Woods, for example, was in pretty much every Black Ops game. He was referenced in the early games as well. It's one of those weird things that, you know, it's...
What?
He was referenced in... You saw a Woods character in, like, early fucking Call of Duty games that's never been confirmed or denied that he's the same one that you see in Black Ops. But it's, you know...
But there's a continuity to the Call of Duty games. Like, they have fucking stories for their games and shit. It's amazing, and I don't know why they just decide to scrap it.
Exactly, like, it's...
Especially with Black Ops, which has been one of their best fucking games for its story.
It's
One
really
of their
weird.
best games.
Price, for
Like
example...
Black Ops 1, 2, and 3.
Captain
When you
Price...
talk about some of the best Call of Duty campaigns, what do you think of? Modern Warfare?
Oh, yeah.
Black Ops.
Captain Price has been in, you know, pretty much every Call of Duty, or a Price character has been in almost every Call of Duty. It's one of those fucking weird things that you never... you never really think of until it's gone, essentially. So it's one of those things that, like, you now see the negativity of fucking a Battle Royale franchise, you know, or Battle Royale genre coming into these fucking games that, wow, holy shit, something so iconic has been dropped because of the fucking fad, because of the popularity of this other genre.
I know. Like, it makes me sad. There was no reason for them to drop campaign.
I can see two sides of this, though. I can see the one that now they don't have to really create assets for a campaign. They can just reuse, you know, multiplayer assets. Because when you think about it, they've announced it's just like going to be an amalgamation of maps that are being combined for this fucking Battle Royale bullshit, this Blackout mode in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. So they're just combining, like, Nuketown and, you know, a couple other maps to be the zones in this fucking map, you know, Fortnite style, essentially. So, like, they're just going to match...
No, it just makes me sad they're not going to be making another campaign.
Oh, yeah.
Black Ops has always been one of their greatest fucking
The
campaigns,
numbers,
and it's
Mason! What do they mean?
Exactly.
Well, they mean that we fucked over the fan base. But yeah, aside from that, nothing much. But it's really depressing. So I can, like I said, I can see the positives and negatives of this. You see that now there's a lot less developmental time for the game because they're capitalizing on the fucking Battle Royale mode. Oh, we can take this map, this map, this map, this map, this map. Oh shit, it makes a perfect, you know, area for 60 players, which is the rumored player base for this mode. Not 100, but 60. Okay, so we're going to, you know, throw them into this, allow them to drive this vehicle, this vehicle, this vehicle, and, yeah, that's game mode. See how it plays out, you know. A lot of people are, you know, saying they're not going to...
Not only that, like, I'm also afraid with what fucking Black Ops 4 is going to be like.
Oh, yeah, and...
Okay, I get two-shot by something in Battlefield 1. That makes no sense. That's a fucking assault rifle!
They said they might, you know, add, like, single-player stories into the mode, you know, eventually, but that's not really the same.
Eventually? No! That's such a bullshit fucking thing on their part.
Mm-hmm. You know...
We might add it eventually. That's stupid.
You know, and that's one of those things that, like, yeah, sure, you guys will. You've clearly chosen FAD over, you know, player base, and a lot of people are like, well, we're not going to pick up this game because, you know, we're either A, achievement whores, or B, you know, trophy whores, or C, we like a fucking campaign. We like to be able to experience more than just multiplayer. And I gotta give them props for that. I'm still gonna pick it up because I love Call of Duty. I'm a shooter guy myself, but it's just like, still, why drop this for a what could be a fad? Why drop this for something they couldn't, be out of style tomorrow, instead of, what you've had.
Everybody knows if it's Call of Duty, people are going to buy it. People are going to pay for only Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah, and, they have the blind
Call of
purchases.
Duty and Battlefield are the two titans of shooters.
Oh, yeah, and
nothing else can compare to them.
And you see the blind trust of me, picking it up, day one, like I do every fucking year, except for Infinite Warfare, because fuck Infinite Warfare.
Hey, I have fun with Infinite Warfare. Fuck you.
I'll pick it up eventually, but it's one of those I'm like, eh.
It's like $13 at Family Dollar.
Oh yeah, and see, that would be a point that I actually pick it up. What pissed me off is when they demanded you buy a certain edition to get the Modern Warfare, campaign.
Well, now you can get Modern Warfare Remastered separately.
And I did, That was why I waited, because I knew that they had enough backlash, they would release it separately, and they did. And, I'm quite surprised they're not doing the Modern Warfare 2 remastered or Modern Warfare 3 remastered, I'm sure.
Well, if they did a Modern Warfare 2 remastered, they said that it was going to be only the campaign.
And that's fucking bullshit. Because
exactly. It's one of the greatest... Granted, it's one of the greatest fucking stories from Call of Duty, but it also had the best multiplayer.
And that would be what would sell it, would be the multiplayer. But, the backlash on Activision themselves is the fact that they've incorporated microtransactions into almost everything. And that's why a lot of people are like, well, fuck it. Why should I care if you're going to create a weapon that breaks the fucking game and not bother to patch it,
What? Okay. I fucking hate Battlefield sometimes. There is no reason why I should be killed the second I get seen, when I have the advantage and have been firing first.
Oh yeah, and see that's why I've stopped playing Battlefield for a while, is because I was getting so triggered at it.
I just spawned into getting shot in the head.
Oh yeah.
In a hard spawn.
Yep. It's gotten to that
in a hard spawn where they're supposed to spawn you away from enemies. That's not possible.
Mm-hmm. They've stopped bothering to patch any bullshit exploits.
Like, there was a time where I got shot in the fucking head at the actual true base for your team.
Oh, yeah. I got sniped from mid-map at the hard spawn for my fucking team. It's fucking bullshit, man.
Like, there's no reason for that kind of fucking shit. But that's getting off topic. That's just me raging at the game I'm currently playing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's another thing. Like, a lot of these fucking games are like this. Like, you can see exploits, in everything from fucking Fortnite to fucking PUBG to fucking, even like the console MMOs, you see that everywhere. And certain developers, actually, take the initiative to actually sit in and patch that. And then there are others that take a hands-off approach until shit gets actually reported and they just take the user out. Like, on fucking console PUBG, you see, like, aimbots being implemented really, really rapidly. You see that there was a story I read, not a couple days ago about a guy that got his ass handed to him by somebody inside an internet cafe for using, a fucking bot inside the actual, like, Japanese internet cafe that you go to play your games at inside of PUBG. The guy just started beating the hell out of him because he was playing it right across the fucking desk from him, essentially. And he realized, oh shit, that dude's right here. And he just beat the living hell out of him.
Thin rights, too, because if he didn't beat the hell out of him, what would happen to that other guy? He'd just get sued.
Yep.
PUBG and Fortnite have no fucks given when it comes to fucking dealing with cheaters. They will sue even like a fucking 11-year-old kid.
Oh yeah, that one still annoys the living hell out of me. Like, you're going to try to sue a fucking child? Seriously? Grow up. Ban the kid's account. You can't sue a fucking child. That's pettiness to a whole new fucking degree. I'm sorry. But...
It is pettiness to a whole new level, but at the same time, nobody would give a fuck if it was an adult.
No, I wouldn't give a fuck if it was an adult because the adult knows better. The kid really doesn't. the kid's still learning. He's still developing. He's still like learning his right from his wrong. You know, fucking parents should have been paying attention to what the kid was doing too, and also the kid is below the
And
recommended.
it's not like the parents would fucking understand either, unless they themselves are gamers.
Well, the parents themselves were the ones who were purchasing the shit for their fucking kid because they traced it to the parents' fucking credit card.
Probably because the kid decided to sit there and convince them that it was just so he could play his game.
Oh yeah, I'm not denying that, but the parents also could have researched what the fuck they were buying too. You know, we see a lot of the the absentee parents were like, "Oh, okay, child, whatever you need." You know, that's the point that annoys me is like you see that so goddamn much. And, you know, not only just like allowing kids to play shit like Grand Theft Auto, you see you can't the one that really annoyed me recently is I was searching through for like Facebook and a parent tried to sue the creators of Roblox because their kid actually was sitting there with them like and actually got lured into one of those, you know, NSFW rooms by another player, and their child, you know, was subjected to the sex room inside of Roblox. So the parent was like trying to
Which
sue.
is just the weirdest fucking Roblox.
I'm not
Of
denying.
all things.
I'm not denying it's weird, but the parent saw the kid getting teleported and saw what the player's username was, and it was profane. They were like, "No, don't talk." They could have been, "No, don't talk to that kid. No, don't talk to that character. No, don't allow them to transport you." You know, but instead they're just like, "Oh, go ahead, child." You know, not.
Okay.
That's the weird part about it. Is like fucking what, and then you try to sue the fucking creators of the game. What?
Yeah, that's just stupid.
No judge is going to pick up that fucking lawsuit. I'm sorry. And if they do, it's career suicide. But, you know, that should pretty much tie this one together. Like, there's pluses and there's negatives to pretty much every one of these genres. You know, what really, like the gameplay and background, like Rapture Royale, you see, you know, unique aspects to these games being fucking taking place. You also see, you know, the negativity of this genre and like canceling, you know, entire portions of games to fit into this fad. You also see, you know, the negativity of the ports, you know, and I'll try to, you know, throw up some, you know, PUBG footage here. You, Chris, want to import some to the Google Drive, or I can capture some. You know,
What the shit?
And then there's also, you know, the pluses and negatives of, you know, like the actual shooter aspect of these games. You know, like Chris raging in the background at bullshit fucking moments in Battlefield 1.
No, I fucking got somebody to spawn right next to me.
Oh my god. So, yeah, it's just how this industry goes. You see these trends from positive to negative. You see all the fucking weird shit that comes and goes in this fucking industry, and it's one of those things that we actually need to monitor how this trend goes from here on out. If it's going to become a mainstay, if it's going to become like the next zombies or the next horde mode, because we're sort of in that phase right now, but we don't know if we're going to stay in it. And
There is no way you're alive sitting on top of a grenade and taking no damage.
hacks.
No, these... I don't fucking understand. I keep spawning into people. Doing hard spawns.
Woo-wee! But, yeah, so until we actually see, like...
You know how bullshit it is to get shot in the head as soon as you spawn?
Oh, yeah.
Any idea?
Oh, yeah, I experienced it enough in Modern Warfare. I experienced it enough in Modern Warfare.
Let's see if it's a whole fucking clan. Oh, yeah.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
Explains everything right there. So, depending on how this trend goes, we could see it die off in the next year. Or we could see it, you know, stay for the next 5-6 years like we did with...
I'd say leave battle royale modes to the games that already had them before, like PUBG and Fortnite.
Oh
Just
yeah.
leave it to them.
Oh, yeah.
Every single company needs to do them. Like they can have an event.
Oh yeah. Like
You
even
can have an event where they allow it and stuff, but not be the fucking main focus, replacing shit that's been in it for years.
and see, hopefully the rumor for like Red Dead Redemption, 2 is just that, a rumor, but only time will tell. It's one of those things like, do we really need it in every fucking genre? Do we really need it in every fucking game? No, we don't. But until this genre stops making money, you're going to see every motherfucker sinking their teeth into it, and that's the state we're at right now. So, maybe there'll be a follow up of the dying out of Battle Royale. Maybe there'll be one of like the continuation. But until then, peace.